we gather here to dedicate the Seeds of Faith Community Garden. We come here to dedicate a collaboration of what's happening in God's vineyard.
So here at the garden, it was just a conversation between myself and Rod and Paul. We sat here and talked one evening. They asked me, what do I want here? And I said it, not knowing that there was going to be a yes that was going to be attached to that.
God has provided everything that we need. All we need to do is put it together and use it. And we did.
And that yes has turned into to 12 beds and 3 rows of produce. Tomatoes and cucumbers seem to be our best friends. Over 40 pounds of tomatoes. And the goal is with the garden is the food that is grown here to be utilized in our Faithful Fridays. And so with that, it's about how do we, take back the narrative of health in our community. A good, healthy meal really, is impactful and life-changing and reduces blood pressure, reduces, incidence of asthma. It just helps people, to be in a better health position to be able to move about and to take ownership of their own lives. Here lately, we've been doing cucumber and tomato salad, which is, for these hot Texas summer days, you're gonna need something that's gonna be cool, to kind of and refreshing for you. And so it's been pretty awesome just to be able to, to pick the produce on the day of, wash it, clean it, and everything, cut it up, and season it, and then be able to send it out to our community. So, so they talk about food deserts, if you don't have a grocery store like within the mile of where you are, or if your grocery store doesn't provide you with nutritious fruits and vegetables that are easily accessible for you. And, I want Karen Washington said it's not necessarily, it's not food desert, it's food apartheid. So a desert, when you think about the term of a desert takes care of what's in the desert. Things are able to survive and live in the desert because that's where they're supposed to be. You have cactus, you have all other little lizards and critters and things that thrive and do well in the desert. Food apartheid is the denial. So food is a human right, and to be in a community and to deny that community of food is apartheid. And so let's say if we say the next 2 to 5 years, this garden would have had several seasons. But looking at it now, looking at having a pollinator garden, having an herb garden. We're going to be doing some nutrition education classes.
I think and I hope that we see more gardens in more places.
Come the fall, we're also going to be putting up our orchard. So looking forward to this whole area being lined with some trees. There'll be baby trees, but they'll be loved, and but they'll be planted in the fall. And who knows? It'd be really beautiful to be able to have a whole farmers market out here. First Saturday of each month, we invite everybody to come out. Sometimes there's a lot to do, sometimes there's not a lot to do, but there's always fellowship to be had. So we're out here weeding, we're harvesting, we're cleaning up the beds. We may be spraying our little natural insecticide, to try to keep critters away. You can do sweat equity with your hands, putting your hands in the dirt, or you want to give a donation, you're able to do that. Tell a friend. Help us to do some community outreach as well. Because that's the biggest part is we're going to be doing this work. It's important that our community is always centered in this work.
We ask, Lord, for a bountiful, bountiful, bountiful harvest, both in our garden and in our lives. Give us the wisdom, Lord, to take what we need to feed ourselves and to use our abundance to help fight food insecurities in our own communities.